Happy Solstice, Sagittarius, and welcome to Sage to Muse. I am so grateful that you're here. I'm grateful for this channel. I love y'all with my whole heart because it really changed the trajectory of my life, and it has really grown. Like, of course, the whole year it has grown, but even since January, for real, for real. And I am so grateful for that. And I'm not going to do live today because of the energy. This is a day in which should just be really experiencing joy, writing, hopefully. I hope you are writing. And, the best thing to write, it is about how you see the next 6 months of your life, right? What does it look like to you? So I may go live tomorrow. But it's just a day about feeling joy, spending time outdoors even. If you can, as much as you can. It's the longest day. So, even if you're working, I am so sure there will be opportunities for y'all to feel the sun. And remember, magic is all around us. And this energy is highly manifesting, especially like even through the full moon, which full moons we don't generally manifest with. Some people do. I don't really feel like it's good for that, but I feel like this time around, to the men, we're going to get some real clarity that, may start now and kind of end during the next full moon. It's very beautiful, like a whole completion. So, some people are going to be feeling emotions. I got a message this morning about one of y'all feeling your feels, and just know that that is normal. I mean, we actually do that with every full moon. I never really think of Capricorn as one who's overly emotional, but look, we're starting Cancer season today. Cancer season. I actually really love Cancer season, if I'm being real with you, because intuitively, it is like the sauce. Cancer to me, I know, like, there's a lot said about who is the most intuitive zodiac sign. I believe it's Cancer. But Cancer is caring and, loving, and, a lot about self-care too, a lot about self-love as well. Now I will admit, I don't enjoy a Scorpio full moon or a Pisces full moon. I don't know if y'all remember the Pisces full moon. I forget exactly when it happened. It was the worst. But, we do have a lot of, I posted something this morning that was funny, but we do have a lot of planets in water signs. We have planets in Pisces still, and we have planets in Cancer. And so, just saying, take it easy on yourself. Let emotions flow through you. It is showing up in your day, by the way. And I feel like it could go either way. If you're looking for personal readings, please check out the link in my description, and understand that collective readings are very different from personal readings. In personal readings, you get more of a first-hand view for yourself. So, you have to kind of watch collective readings that way. They may be nuanced for you, and, these are messages you need today, but that does not mean it's going to unfold today, because contrary to what anyone says, their timing, it just doesn't work that way. I've had people tell me like months after that their readings have come true, so just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep it in mind. And I am going to be paying pretty close attention to the comments. Okay. I do read them all. So even though I don't answer all of them, I do read them all. But I'm going to be like, especially if you're curious about something, or, you want to start a discussion or whatever it is, I'm going to be, in my podcast, I'm going to be taking some of the comments and kind of answering them with whatever subject came up. So, it's all about value. We are a community here. And that's what I love it. I love like the people who keep coming back and interacting, even if you don't feel the reading is for you. Hopefully you find growth here, ideas, even like-minded people, because we share similar energy, because we are all Sagittarians. No one's like a Sagittarian, y'all, and no one gets us. So so let's get into it. That's my TED Talk. So underneath the deck is interesting, because the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands. I feel like you're going, and that's the 1111 card. I have been seeing 1111 like several times a day forever. So I know change is coming. And, this has been slow moving change. This can really talk too that you may be having some conversations that are very healing. There may be the energy of unity showing up for you, which I've seen that in recent days in the readings. So there could be some really healing conversations with other people for you. And, kind of also just a change for the better that you've been waiting some time for. So it's very interesting, because I feel for Sagittarius. Now, what's interesting to me is the way the energies have been coming out so far this week. I do feel, Sag, like the way that you're showing up is different. And we even saw some messages relating to social media. So I feel like if you haven't watched the readings from the other days of the week, it might, I'm not just trying to get views, but it might be a good idea. Because I do feel like there's something building. I do feel as if, how Sagittarius is showing up in the world is kind of changing. We have been in some isolation. Specifically, you could still be talking to people, still be interacting with people, but there hasn't been kind of this whole lot of sharing, which is interesting for Sagittarius, because we do tend to overshare, but not our innermost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will never know how a Sagittarius feels unless they want you to. So, honestly, we don't have a lot of wear your heart on your sleeve energy. We don't like for people to know our flaws. We want everyone to be happy. So, but I feel like, and I'm telling you this for a reason, Sag, because there is more sharing going on. Okay, there is more like you in the world sharing. First of all, sharing what you know, because authority is here, sharing things you know. Maybe even sharing more about yourself. And I feel like you're being more open with people. Specifically, too, it can be about sharing knowledge, because that's authority is what we're good at. It's what we know, right? But also what you're wanting to learn, like new things you're wanting to do. So there is like this energy, and you may really be growing new connections here. I feel like Sagittarius is being more interactive with people, just saying, Okay, so what you're receiving now, because this is you receiving, I feel that there's a big possibility that this may be coming outside of you, like people coming to you. Or this could be, it could also be both, or it could be you. Because with the moon emotions, that's about sharing your feelings. There could be someone sharing their feelings with you, and it could actually be opening a door, right? Because someone shares something with you, it opens a door for you to express how you really feel. And this is an opportunity, right? This is an opportunity, and you may see these signs like, well, you may see things about the moon. And the phase of the moon here is like, this is a change, right? It's the number 5. It could be, that could be someone expressing a change of feelings to you, or it could just be like a change for you. There's a big sense of not holding back. And kind of, it's like, I don't feel like you open the door here. I feel like someone else opens the door. And then, it's like, oh, do you really want to know how I feel? This is how I feel. And this is how I feel. And this is how I feel. It's kind of has that like floodgate energy. You may see keys when that happens. And I do feel like it's tied to the emotions. So I don't feel like this is a tangible opportunity. I feel like it's an opportunity to express how you really feel. Now, that could be you, that could be people around you, because that's what you're receiving. But you're definitely receiving the opportunity, and that can be very therapeutic, right? Especially if there are some things you've held in, like, okay, someone could ask you how you feel. And I always say, do not ask Sagittarius unless you really want to know, because we're going to tell you. And, sometimes you just might not like it. There is an emphasis on relationships here. For some. Keep in mind that not all energies will be yours, right? It does feel like for some, because these are events of the day, there's someone, especially if you've been in a connection, and this, you could also see this playing out because it's not specifically showing up as romance, although flirtation is on the bottom with friendship. Yeah, I do kind of feel like there may be something coming up with a friend, maybe a friends to lovers type situation. But this situation here is very nice. So this would be if you had like a discord, a difference of thinking with someone who is younger than you. Okay, because there's definitely an age difference. And in this case, this is speaking of a romantic relationship, but here we are at the channel. It could be any relationship. But I do really feel like the other person maybe resisted the connection because of the age difference. Because they come off as more conventional. This is Capricorn energy. And Capricorn Venus specifically. I do feel like Capricorn Venus really focuses on steady people, on, they're almost boring, but definitely conventional. And there's something about this relationship that is very unconventional. And I feel like, it could be both of you who just couldn't see eye to eye about things. It may have been a real big breaking point, the way that you thought about things, because definitely someone here resisted the connection because it was unconventional. Now, unconventional in this case specifically for this card talks about an age difference, for sure. But it could be a cultural difference, an ethnic difference, whatever it is. There was a big difference, and it feels like someone resisted it, but now they want to negotiate it. Okay, because, you know, Libra's about balance. And I don't, you know, and so I do feel like there's a good resolution coming here. You're overcoming the resistance. You know, no one's really being defensive, you know, and I do feel like someone here, either you or the other person, resisted out of your own comfort, you know, because something about it was really different. So I will look at that in the extended. I will look at these emotions. That's why I didn't do as many placements for this reading. There's a lot showing up. So the kind of day it's going to be is good. Because with the Eight of Swords and the Strength card, I mean, there's a sense of overcoming things here, you know, and since you're in Cancer season, and thank the gods, you know, what's good about this is that, you know, we're not in Gemini season. Gemini season is very much being a prisoner of the mind. And I feel like what you're doing is you're not seeing things that you felt were stuck. You know, this could be anything. Could be things in your life you felt were stuck and kind of like you had no choice, or you were really in your head about. You're doing something about it. You're doing something about it. It's not the same. You know, for some, maybe that's overcoming a blockage or a pattern or whatever it is. It's like, I don't know, it just feels like you're showing compassion to yourself too with the Strength card here. And we generally see the Strength card in every reading now. And it is because of the 8-year, right? Maybe you're just realizing that you're not as stuck as you were. Maybe you are, you know, actually feeling pretty proud of yourself for the ways, for the patterns you have overcome. There's a sense of not feeling those patterns anymore, you know, and not seeing, like, maybe at one time you felt really held prisoner by it, and now you don't. Now you don't. And, you know, there's a lot of flowers in all of these cards, but I don't know. I kind of think like there's an answer that you've come to. You know, something has opened up for you in terms of this. And I feel like that is super beautiful. I mean, this could be inner work too. You know, this could be inner work. This is conquering something. You know, and I feel like you're being like definitely not pounding on yourself, being easier on yourself. I love it. I love it. And, you know, the Knight of Cups is here. This is how you're affected today. The Knight of Cups, the Moon, the Two of Wands. It's real interesting. I feel like you're feeling really good about where you're going. Okay, maybe you didn't. Like, especially with this Eight of Swords, maybe you felt like things just weren't possible for you. And there is something that happens that, I don't know, you know, makes things seem more possible. And you may have more than one choice, you know, but all of a sudden things feel really good to you. This could be coming from someone else too. It's like giving you another option. That pesky Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Five of Wands. That's funny because it will be really funny when you see The mystery cards. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like someone here. Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. I don't think you're going to be expecting this from this person. They may be helping you. They may be showing you another way. The Five of Wands, you've had problems with this person. Honestly. But I feel like they're going to be showing you a way to overcome challenges or stagnation. You might push back on it a little bit. Because with the Five of Wands, it's like, you know, maybe you say to yourself, I can't see myself doing that. You know, this doesn't. So, I mean, you'll have to decide. Is it you keep going as you are, or do you do this thing that might be a little uncomfortable to you, right? And I also think you question whether or not you can trust this person. Because I think that you've had problems with this person in the past. So, but with the Knight of Cups being here, I feel like what they're telling you, I feel like they're being genuine, to be honest with you. This really could get you out of whatever isn't working. The Three of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Interesting. Because with the Six of Pentacles and the Devil reversed, y'all, oh my gosh. Like, you definitely are overcoming the pattern of overgiving. That is really happening. And it's ending a whole cycle. So I do feel like you will be receiving more. I also feel like that may be talking about your finances. You know, if you've been going through hardships with your finances. But let's look at the Six of Pentacles for Sag. The Six of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Six of Pentacles. And the Devil reversed. Oh, okay. Walking away from worry. Walking away from hard times. Yeah, there's something about your finances that are turning around. Page of Cups is on the bottom with the Seven of Cups. I feel like someone is giving you a new idea, Sag. I honestly do. And maybe it restores your faith a little bit because you look at this. The Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. There is on some element or some way. I don't feel like you totally trust this person. But it kind of pumps you up in the way that, you know what, I'm going to win. And it brings you out of this defeated, you know, Nine of Swords. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's that energy. And it brings you out of that. Wow. So it looks like we have a lot to look at in the extended. And look on the bottom here, just FYI. Earth energy and heart chakra. I think it would be very good for you to get outside and connect with nature today. And on the bottom here is relationships and dice. I feel like you may be taking a chance on a relationship, but, you know, I said what I said. So the actions you're needing to take, Sag, are nothing. The universe is telling you, hold tight, Sag. Hold tight. We're doing it. Right? The Tower, the Four of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. We are doing it. There's going to be a new plan. Just hold on and wait for it to happen. Don't make any moves. You know, with the Four of Pentacles, we are holding on to what we have. Right? Don't, and definitely don't push against it. Just kind of stand back and wait for this to come. You know, wowza, Tower again. What's the Tower about? Because there's a change coming to your circumstances. The Tower. The Lovers. The Tower. The Lovers is a decision, for sure. Eight of Pentacles. I mean, I kind of feel like at some point you will have to make a decision, right? But with the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands, you will have to make a decision based on what you value, not based on speed. And yeah, look at this. Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And definitely not, I feel like the universe doesn't want you to make this decision based on other people or the relationships in your life. This is a decision that you have to make purely for yourself. So I kind of feel like you have to let it happen. And, you know, the Tower can be, you know, it's like keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting in the work, but I just don't think you're supposed to actually take action. It's kind of telling you, nurture what you have. Something's going to be lost in the fire, for sure, because that always happens with the Tower. So protect what you have and wait for this to unfold, because it's going to. Tell me about the King of Swords. The King of Swords. Tell me about the King of Swords. I feel like the King of Swords is kind of responsible for helping you win. Whoever this is. Could be you, but yeah, I feel like the King of Swords is also the Knight of Cups. He's like, the King of Swords is showing you something. You know, if this was a love reading, I would say they're two different people, but I don't think they are. It's funny. You know, and there kind of is that energy of not knowing whether to go with it. You know, and basically the Three of Wands is getting what you want. It's your new life. It is going to require you to make a choice. You know, and with the Seven of Cups, it's like, be careful what you wish for. And I feel like that's part of why the universe wants you not to do anything. This is super interesting. Because I don't know, Sag, it kind of feels like there is some loss involved. Because the Tower is, you know, I feel like it may be something big too. Because it's like there is a reason why. It's almost like the universe saying, hold on to your hat, Sag. You know, we've got a new plan. And I do feel as if it's coming through someone. So that's very interesting, Sagittarius. Very interesting indeed. You know, I kind of want to leave this Tower out so we can take a deeper look at it. But, yeah. So what's in the mystery, Sag? More. A pivot, a slight change that you're going to be very grateful for. Unusual support and new information. Or like Wow. Yeah. Yeah, Sag. Oh my goodness. Look at how long this reading is already. Heidi, you talk so much. So let's see. What do you, what is a reminder that Sagittarius needs? A reminder that Sagittarius needs. I think I'm going to do a full moon reading today, but I myself am going to spend some time outside. I've already gotten some flowers, put them on my little altar, and I brought out I had made a manifestation jar. Can you see it? Back when spring started. Yeah. It's and Capricorn energy is a great time to check in with where you're at. What do you need to do, right? What's the reminder? What's the reminder? Give more credit to your intuition, Sag. Yeah, look, creator, water. And you may even, water could be helpful to you to improve your intuition. Make a mission statement for your soul. Change maker, make waves. Okay. You are different. Enjoy that. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it really helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Toodles.